Hello, my lovelies. Happy Monday. This is going to be your week ahead. We're going to go by elements today just to save some time. Let's see what we have going on for the fire signs for the week ahead. What do we need to know? We start Mercury in retrograde on Wednesday the 13th. That could be causing some issues, so definitely be aware that communication, technology, vehicles, we could be having some hiccups with those things. All right, Aries, Sag, and Leo. What do we need to know? All right, fire signs, we start with the World. So it looks like you could be traveling. There could be some sort of big opportunity coming in for you, or you're closing out some sort of cycle. And it also looks like you could potentially be starting something brand new. Some sort of achievement could be coming in, but really it's that we're trying to close out the old and welcome in the new, especially as we close out the last month of the year. I feel like you might be working a lot. You might be working to build an empire. I also feel like work could be taking up a lot of your time, and so maybe you're going to travel for the holidays and go spend some time with friends or family. But this tells you that you are very financially set, sound, and stable. I feel like it's also taken a lot of strength and courage for you to actually be able to make some of these choices. And I feel like you're kind of tired of working all the time. So that might be something that you have to kind of say no to. Maybe you're not taking on extra hours right now. Maybe you're finally going to take some time for yourself. And I feel like that could be a bit of a challenge for you. We have the Knight of Bones or the Knight of Wands. So this tells us that there could be some flighty energy, very in and out. I feel like this could be somebody that's maybe coming in with some sort of news or a romantic offer that's very in and out of your life. It also looks like we are in recovery mode. So recovery from finances being all over the place. I feel like you are trying to be more stable with your money. And this is also something that you could be recovering from an injury, illness, or surgery. And that this is telling you that you're in a period of recovery. You could have also cut somebody off, left them out in the cold recently, or blocked somebody, and they might be starting to feel that absence, or you, whoever it is that's cut out. The Queen of Blades tells us that she's kind of an ice queen. So this is somebody who, if you're on her bad side, she's going to eliminate you as an obstacle. So that could be who's cut you off. It could be dealing with an air sign, Gemini, Libra, or an Aquarius. But this is somebody who knows what they want. They're very passionate. They just tend to kind of keep things under wrapped, and they tend to use more of their thinking mind than creativity. All right, so we have something that we need to close out. I feel like this is a very painful chapter. We may have hit rock bottom somewhere, and so it's time to finally let these things go and sever ties once and for all. They're kind of being thrown into the pits or into the abyss. So I almost feel like you need to lock something up and throw away the key, especially if it's been a very painful chapter in your life. We do have the chance for some positive changes. The Chariot symbolizes that there's travel involved, or that we have an opportunity coming in for us to be able to travel, move, relocate, purchase a vehicle, or some forward progress after a long period of stagnation. Things finally start to go forward. I feel like some of these things are keeping you up at night. You might have a lot on your mind right now. The holidays can really stress people out. Watch out and be careful of the company you keep. I feel like you could be involved with maybe some people who are not the best for you. The energy could be a little bit off. I also feel like we need to really see things logically as opposed to being up in our thoughts all the time and maybe worrying constantly about the outcome. Know that there is the possibility for some forward progress and change for the better. You do have a victory coming this week, so either some sort of award, recognition, being cast in the spotlight, or even potentially becoming famous is very much a possibility with the Six of Wands. So whatever you've been working towards, you did have the King of Pentacles. It looks like those achievements are finally starting to come in, and I feel like you've really earned these after a long time of struggling and trying to go forward. We have the King of Wands as well. So this is telling us to follow our passions, creative pursuits. You could be some sort of writer. You might be writing a book, writing music. Maybe there's some sort of higher learning that you're working on. I do feel like you've studied this craft, whatever it is, whatever this passion is, for quite some time. And because of that, all of these achievements start to finally come in. So follow your passions, but watch out for people who could be a little bit outspoken, a little bit reckless. Definitely make some wise choices. And we do have a breakthrough coming. So whatever this is, this breakthrough is something that I feel like is really going to change things for you. So whether it's truth coming out, clarity, a change in perspective, definitely some creative thinking will help you to see things in a new light this week. All right, my water signs. Let's see what we have going on for you this week. All right, we start with the Eight of Wands. So some sort of quick communication could be coming in 8 hours, 8 days, or 8 weeks. This is typically seen as the arrows of love. So someone could be expressing their feelings towards you. I feel like this comes very unexpected, and I feel like it's kind of out of pocket for this person. It could be somebody that you already know. It could be something completely different. It's going to be different for every single one of you, but I do feel like that will kind of shock you. I do think this person sees you as their divine counterpart. The Empress symbolizes things like pregnancy, motherhood, creativity, accomplishments, and really the softer side of tarot, so nurturing, empathetic energy. So they might see you as this. You may also need to get in touch with those energies for yourself as well, or get in touch with a mother figure. All right, be very cautious this week about any sort of sneaky, deceptive behavior. This card always makes me think of the old Roadrunner cartoon and Wile E. Coyote. He was always up to something, right? He was always very mischievous, always trying to get one over on the Roadrunner. Watch out for people like that in your life this week. I feel like they will get caught, that it will come to light, but they're kind of operating in negative side or shadow side emotions, so we want to be careful of that energy. All right, we have the Queen of Wands. So this might be your energy. You might be stepping out of your comfort zone. You might be trying to step out into the spotlight, gain a little bit of notoriety or a lot of attention this week. So assert your dominance where needed. I feel like you need to embody confidence and independence, and that you are a master manifester, so you can literally create the life that you want. So don't settle for less. Pull those things into your 3D reality. All right, we have the Four of Coins. So we're worried about finances right now. That's a pretty common thing going around everywhere. So we need to not hoard resources, know that we are spiritually protected. We will have what we absolutely need. We just might not have a lot extra right now. And so know that you are cloaked in a cloak of protection here by the divine, but we don't want to get in a lack mentality. We want to realize that we're part of the universe, which is abundant, and that we can literally have anything that we need. We just have to match that vibrational frequency. So start thinking positive, manifest from a positive state of mind, and know that you can pull in what you need from the universe. All right, Knight of Coins tells us there's a new business opportunity coming in. This is an indication that we might have to travel, relocate, changing jobs, moving for a job. Maybe work causes us to have to travel. But this is telling us we're moving into greener pastures, so it will be worth the excursion. All right, Six of Coins tells us we could be up for some sort of promotion, pay raise. We're about to have more than enough to go around, so that lack mentality will soon be shifting. I feel like December is going to be a pretty powerful month for a lot of us, that things are going to finally start to go forward, and who couldn't use more money right before the holidays? So don't forget to be charitable to others less fortunate. If you come into a large sum of money or some blessings, know that that is the reason why Spirit has blessed you, is because they know that you will pay it forward. The King of Swords tells us that we may have to be careful of toxic relationships. Authority figures could be a little bit hard to deal with, a little bit cold or abrasive, so be careful with anybody who fits that mold. They're definitely thinkers, they're full of wisdom, and you could learn a lot, but sometimes it's really difficult to communicate, and we will have some breakdowns during Mercury in retrograde, which starts on Wednesday the 13th. So be careful of any sort of communication. Double check emails, any sort of written correspondence. Definitely be careful with your your wording, there could be a lot of ups and downs through the next couple of weeks. The Nine of Wands tells us that our guard is super high for some reason or another, and that we're having difficulty trusting people. We've been through a lot, and so this may be an indication that we might need to see this situation a little bit differently in order to find a solution. The best bet is, instead of being worried all the time or worrying about things, losing sleep, insomnia, all of that, that we sometimes have to remove ourselves from the situation to gain a different perspective and see things more clearly. For some of you, you might need to actually let go of a heavy burden, whatever that is. If you've carried this for some time, you might need to actually choose to set it down and let go. It's weighing you down. It's not meant to go forward with you, and at some point you have to make a decision whether it's going to continue to harm you or whether you let it go. I feel like if you choose to let it go, that there's going to be some balance restored in your life. That could also be coming through either a court decision, a contract, or something that helps to restore the balance either through legal means or justice being served. So Lady Justice is usually wielding a giant sword to help cut things away, and that may help to restore the balance in your life where things are imbalanced. The Hangman indicates that we are stuck someplace. So whether we're stuck being worried about things, stuck being burdened by things, or mentally just feeling stuck, this is a time to shift our perspective to gain some clarity and know that your intuition is going to guide you where you need to be. I love how she's kind of in this meditative pose. So that might be really crucial for you this week if life's kind of getting you down, ruffling your feathers. Take a few minutes out every single day, find some peace, find some quiet, meditate, and breathe deep and see things differently this week. Air signs, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Let's see what we have going on for you this week. What do the air signs need to know? All right, we start with the Queen of Coins. So this is interesting. So I feel like you might be a natural healer. Maybe you're going towards natural medicine, or there's some sort of practical business matter that you're working towards. This could be a goal of yours. I feel like others might see you as a mentor. Maybe you have this very calming effect on people, very grounded, very business-oriented energy. So I feel like some business ventures could also be coming up. You might be thinking of maybe starting your own business, entrepreneurship, or I keep getting the word shaman, so maybe you're some sort of natural healer. All right, there's some unexpected offer that's coming in, and I feel like this person has had their eyes on you for a while. There's tears on this card, so I feel like this person's in deep regret or a lot of pain emotionally, and for whatever reason, maybe they've seen you with somebody else. Maybe that's brought some tears to them. I also feel like they want to reach out and give you some sort of unexpected offer. I do feel like it catches you off guard. For some of you, it might be a business offer. For more of you, I feel like it's a romantic offer coming in, and I don't think you're going to see this coming. It will take you by surprise. However, it could be something that you've been looking for. So the Ten of Cups symbolizes marriage, union, emotional fulfillment, and ultimately peace with the peace sign here. It's literally everything that you could ever want wrapped up in a nice shiny bow. So you need to investigate all offers that come in, even the unexpected ones, because it could lead to exactly what you're looking for. We also have the Four of Wands. So this tells us that things are ascending to a higher level of commitment. Could be some engagements or marriages coming through. It's a happy celebration. So if you're not getting married, this could be somebody else's union. You're celebrating with them, but it is a solid, stable commitment. And the 1111 symbolizes mirrored energy. So it could be soulmates or twin flames. I do feel like a lot of you have waited a very long time for these things to align. And by very long, I mean years. So you may have been in the spiritual ascension for the past 3 years, starting in 2020. 2021, 2022, 2023, it's coming to completion. And what was I talking about? A nice shiny bow. This looks like a wrapping of a bow here to me. So I do think that some things are changing for the better. I also feel like you're leaving the conflict and chaos that's been surrounding you behind. I feel like you're making a decision that enough is enough. It's time to finally find your peace and to be happy. For some of you, that means traveling or relocating, changing jobs, or letting go of relationships that are toxic. For others of you, this is the victory that you've been waiting for. So I feel like no matter what you've been going through, that finally at some point things change for the better. This also looks like fame, recognition, potentially being cast in the spotlight, or that someone finally notices what you bring to the table, whether that's romantically or otherwise. I do feel like there's positive changes coming. For some of you, this is a brand new person, somebody that you've never met yet. But again, we have 2 doves here, and that shows that there is definitely union possible. I also see this as a new beginning in love, where we have a lot of emotional fulfillment, so much that their cup is overflowing with emotions. So the sun would also symbolize marriage, commitment, union, and children, and it's a fresh start and a new beginning, but a lot happier as opposed to what you've been dealing with. So trust your intuition when this new opportunity comes in. I do think it's going to catch you off guard, so trust your instincts. If something feels too good to be true, investigate further. And if it feels like it fits, then definitely investigate further and trust where your intuition leads you. There will be some sort of communication this week. I think that the communication is what starts all of this. For some of you, don't shoot the messenger. It could be an ex resurfacing. Why? Because on Wednesday we enter Mercury in retrograde. So we are already in the shadow phase, which tends to bring things back from the past. It is ill-advised to get involved with anybody from the past during a retrograde. Why? Because retrogrades are meant to show us what needs to go in our life, not what needs to continue. So we want to take a good hard look at what's going on and decide whether this is a cycle we wish to continue or one that finally needs to be complete and closed out. So if this is someone coming back from the past that's communicating they still have feelings for you, that they want to start over, I would hold off until after the first of the year. And if by then things are still going forward, then maybe you give it a second chance. If they are not, I would be very careful to sign any contracts or do any major purchases that aren't absolutely necessary until after the first of the year. So be careful with the communication. We are closing out old cycles. We are almost to the end of the year. So this is an opportunity for us to kind of take stock of what's been going on, what's working, what isn't, and decide what to do about it next. There's lots of stubborn energy here. We've had to be very strong for a long time. We need to shift our perspective and have an eagle eye view and know that all of these changes are divinely led and that this is time to complete this cycle and finally start something new. For some of you, it's going to bring in abundance. So this is the fruits of your labor paying off. And I feel like this could potentially be more money than you've ever had or earned at a job, and that it is hard earned, that you have worked very hard in order to achieve these things. So don't knock it. I feel like there's definitely potential for positive changes to come before the end of the year. So keep your chin up if things are difficult right now. Know that the changes are in the works. Keep doing your part until you see it manifest in your 3D reality. And last but not least, my earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. What else do we need to know for you guys? What do the earth signs need to know? There we go. All right, we start with the 6 of Swords. So this tells us that we're leaving conflict and chaos behind, kind of packing our bags. She's got her bags packed there, and she's going forward on an adventure. She's going forward into uncharted territory, and the crows in here are the swords. So this tells us that she's leaving something behind in order to forge forward on a new path. So what is it that you have to leave behind in order to find your peace going forward this week? There is a new opportunity for a lot of abundance and wealth. I feel like you may have planted seeds somewhere and they're starting to grow. So when we plant seeds in the dark earth, we don't dig them back up to make sure that they're growing. We leave them, we water them, and we give them what they need, nutrients and sunlight. So whatever seeds you've planted, make sure that you nurture those because they are starting to mature. So this is abundance coming in from the universe. It could be a new job or an opportunity. Know that the Wheel of Fortune has been spun in your favor, so this is an instance of destiny taking control and actually bringing things to fruition for the positive. So good luck is on your side this week. Know that this is your destiny for things to actually improve, and I feel like it's with unexpected money. All right, so you might be working on yourself. Maybe you're spending a lot of time alone, or maybe you need to. The holidays can stress a lot of people out, myself included. So if you need some time alone, don't be afraid to say so. The Hermit symbolizes that you're going within, you're doing some soul searching, and she's really thinking about things. Her inner light is starting to shine. So you may need to close the rest of the world off so that you can center yourself in order to gain some clarity to go forward. I feel like you've been in solitary energy for a little while now. I do feel like this is an indication that you are able to stand on your own 2 feet, even if it's been a struggle, and that you're starting to make some forward progress. This is an indication that there's a time to set some goals. So maybe you're thinking about the new year. Maybe you're thinking about like bucket list things. They're also telling me New Year's resolutions. So these are some things that you're planning for the future or you're investing in. All right, we have the 10 of Cups. So this tells us that we have the opportunity for love and commitment coming in. This could be your forever person. This could be a lot of emotional fulfillment. I feel like this could be like your soul family, your soul tribe. It could even be a best friend or just celebrating things with the people that you care about, and a lot of emotional fulfillment. So watch out while we are in Mercury in retrograde starting the 13th into the new year, that you are not getting mixed up with toxic cycles. These things might rear their ugly head, especially during retrograde right now, so that we have an opportunity to decide what we want to let go of and what we wish to keep going forward with. So the Devil indicates that we could be dealing with things like addictions, codependency, toxic relationships, or things that have strings attached, so that we might be kind of bound to these things. It's a big temptation. It's something that we have to face. Sometimes it's ourself in the mirror. And once we face those temptations, we're able to decide whether it works or whether it doesn't and make a decision about the future. For some of you, it's going to be time to take a leap of faith and step out of your comfort zone, to try new things, to go on an adventure. I feel like amethyst could also be very important. It might help calm your mind. It'll help with your intuition and your third eye. It's definitely something that I think could really help kind of lighten or brighten your mood as well. The color yellow might also be significant to some of you, but I feel like this is an opportunity for you to really try something different if things haven't been working, especially if it's some sort of toxic cycle, Capricorn energy with the Devil and Aries energy with the Fool. So it might be time to either collaborate and move forward, or to collaborate solely on your own where you're working towards your goals. Don't forget to hit the pause button. I feel like you're mending a broken heart. I also feel like this is an instance where you just need to find some peace and quiet to rest and recover. You could also be struggling with some sort of illness or injury, and you might need some time to recover. So take that time if it's warranted, and definitely don't burn yourself out this week. All right, boundaries are definitely needed. We might need to close things off. Again, lots of solitary energy in all of these cards except for one. So this tells us that you need to kind of put yourself in this protective bubble this week, eliminate distractions, go within, do some yoga, do some deep breathing exercises, meditations, calm your mind, find your center, and know that you need to stick up for yourself and what it is that you want. So boundaries are definitely going to be needed. We're going through an ending. So as we are entering winter here in the next week or so, we are going through an ending, death and rebirth. So this is a cycle, and this cycle needs to close so that the new one can come in. We're also entering the new year in just a couple of weeks. It's crazy to think this year's almost over, but I really feel like with this ending comes a new beginning. So as one door closes, a new one will open. Remember, on the 13th of this month starts Mercury in retrograde. So that could be when some things need to end, or it's the beginning of a new beginning. All right, and know that these changes are divinely guided. So Temperance is Sagittarius energy. We are in Sagittarius season, so I feel like that's when these changes will occur. I also feel like you are being the alchemist right now. You're turning lead and heavy things into light and gold, and transporting or transferring the energy back and forth like an infinity symbol. I also feel like the divine wants you to connect more, especially at this time. So whether that's through prayer, meditation, just thinking out loud, journaling, or just talking through thoughts, that you really do need to sit and spend a few minutes every day with Source, and that they will help to fill you up and help to guide you where you need to be. That's what we have for your weekly messages. I hope something resonates. If it does, feel free to comment down below. And if you're not already subscribed and you like the content, feel free to do so. All of these readings will be time-stamped in the comments. Have a great week. We'll see you soon.